First we'll understand the complete concept of a specific area. Then we'll look at questions based on that. And then we'll learn solutions. Maybe 2-3 different ways, but we'll finally decide the one to be used in an exam, because there is a time constraint where you need to do it faster. And after doing all these things, we'll start from the other side. What are the questions which anyone can ever make? And that's what we'll do it in your pattern workshops. So there are 2-3 levels over here. These concept sessions are different. Not what you will see anywhere, not what you've seen before, not what you'll see again. So, now what is algebra here? If it's about questions, leave it to me. It's as easy as algebra. I'll consider this as flexible questions. Why I'm starting with algebra, there's a reason. Huge number of questions. Like on an average, 40-45% of the questions can be converted into an algebra question. Can be converted. Which can be considered algebra. Not in your conventional method, in our method. So algebra, there are 2 types of questions. Flexible and fixed. So what is a flexible question? Now flexible question is where you can use this word. To classify further, you can say that algebra is where variables are used in one way or the other. Where variables are used, right? Now, what are the question types in your objective exam? Questions can be in variables, options can be in numbers. So category 1. Category 2, you can say it's the reverse. What is the reverse? Questions in numbers and options generalized. Generalized is nothing but variables. Or it can be questions in variables and options in variables. Now, these 3 categories of questions, these are the flexible questions in algebra. Can be easily more than 50% of algebra. These 3 questions, why you should not prepare? I'll take just one question from previous papers and will make you understand. You need to understand one question. After that, please don't practice. Reason is, a variables to numbers question and a numbers to variable question and a variable to variable question. Which topic? Which topic? It can be any topic. Which level? It can be any level. Who can do this? Anyone can do this. Let's consider AY, ZBR in geometric progression. You must be wondering, why do I need to solve questions like this to become a manager? AY, ZBR in geometric progression, AXBR in arithmetic progression. So find y cube plus z cube divided by xyz. Now this is not an easy question. This will be considered as moderate or difficult. Why? Because they're not a formula based question. They're not a formula based question. These are the ones which we call indirect, tricky questions, right? And so when you are solving this, now I'm writing the answer options here, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is why, what is the category? Questions are in variables and options are in numbers. This much is enough. The moment you realize this, it's over. Now when you are solving this, I'm telling you, you don't need to prepare. Why? Because you can take any geometric, there is a prerequisite. You should know what is the geometric progression. What is the geometric progression? 1 to many of an arithmetic progression. Or you can say, you keep on multiplying by the same number. So if I start with 1, and I can write 1, 2, 4, 8. And 1 and 8, if I keep it constant, I should keep it constant, right? Because the same question and A and B. What is the middle term in an arithmetic progression? That's the average, right? We call it arithmetic mean. In common language, we can call it average. Arithmetic mean and average, it's one and the same. So you get 1 plus 8 by 2, 4.5. Now, this is what matters. You have y2, z4 and x equal to 4.5. And you can solve any question after this. You are not preparing for this question. Now, after this, you can solve any question in XYZ, right? You can solve any question in XYZ and anyone can do that, and that you don't need to prepare. Do you need preparation for adding and multiplying? I don't think so. Now it's an addition question or a multiplication question. Down to an 8th standard level now. I'll rewrite the question now in a different language. That is, here I'll end up using numbers. If questions are in variables, we need to use numbers. If questions are in numbers, we can use variables. And if questions are in words, convert them either into variables or into numbers. That's the only place where you need some more time. Converting words to numbers and variables. So, now the answer is as easy as this, right? Y is 2, so 2 cube. Z is 4, 4 cube. X is 4.5, Y is 2, Z is 4. Don't tell me that this is at your level. This is way below your level. 8th standard, they'll also give the answer as 2. So you can't make a mistake unless and until you don't know how to do this and this. Plus and minus and. You need to learn how to add, multiply, subtract, divide, that's it. So learn how to convert. So what you need to learn is how to convert one question to the other format. And this, it's not that there are many, right? There are only 4. Words, variables, numbers and diagrams. You can even reduce it further, right? The best part is, you don't need to take 1, 2, 4, 8 also. You can start with 1 and multiply by 1 and write 1, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1. Now it's down to a 2nd standard level because the question is 1 plus 1 by 1. Even if you want, you can't make a mistake. Now, see, The next part, numbers to variables, is not even worth mentioning. Variables to numbers, I agree. You still need some prerequisites. Any question of this category, if you are preparing, it's a complete waste of time. That's why I won't spend more than 2-3 minutes here. And this method, numbers to variables, some of you are already using this method. I'll write a sample question here. If I write sum to n terms, this question is not at all important. It's not at all important. Anyway, because any numbers to variable question, you will end up solving if you just listen for the next 1 minute. So I'm just writing 2 options here. You can write questions in numbers and options here are in variables, right? Options are in variables. So, this is why it's much more faster, because you can simply replace n equal to 1. What is the meaning of n? What is the meaning of n equal to 1 in the question among the options and see where they are not matching. That's it. Your solution is over. So, n equal to 1, what it means in the question? It means 6. It means 6. And among the options, you just replace wherever you see n, you replace it by 1. So, this is not equal to 6. So, this can never be the answer. That's the common sense. That can never be the answer. And this you can immediately mark the answer. So, previous one, here, without knowing anything, you can solve. Previous one, you still need to know a few things. You need to know what is an AP, what is a GP and all, for variables to numbers. Numbers to variable, you can simply replace your numbers to variables is very easy to solve. Where options are in variables, you need to eliminate. Variables to numbers is just the reverse. And both works on conversion. And the second one is conversion, both are just single conversion. That is why both the categories you can consider as round 1 questions. Because you will take only 1 step to mark the answer. Whatever be the level of the question. Now, what is required is variables to variable is the same thing. Variables to variable, what you need to do is, I don't need to even discuss the question. Convert the question into a number, convert options also into a number, eliminate wherever it's not matching. Over. Preparation is over. These are considered very, very time consuming. I won't use the word difficult because nothing is difficult. Given time, you can solve all 30 in a section. But in that time, solving it better and faster without making mistakes, you solve it faster and your accuracy is also, will also improve because you will always solve it in the easiest format. That's why you need to learn concepts in multiple formats. Do that well, you don't need to solve questions. How we'll solve questions, and you'll soon understand that solving questions is actually at a lower level. So 2 are over, right? Variables to numbers is over once and forever. Numbers to variable, it was some of you were already using it. Some numbers to variable, some of you were already using it knowingly or unknowingly. I'm just extending it to all the other categories. Now, variables to variables, this is the approach. Convert this into a number, options also into a number, eliminate wherever it's not matching. Maybe I can show you one question here also. So, x square minus px plus q equal to 0. So, what is this? So, there is some prerequisite. You should know what is this. It's a quadratic function. Quadratic equation if I put a 0 over there. X square minus px plus q equal to 0. As soon as you see this, now this is not your question. What I am telling is the kind of change which already happened is anything after this can be solved. So without reading the next line, you can be sure of marking the answer. You can be sure of marking the answer. You will read the next line before getting the answer, but you will select this as a sure short answer question. So selecting questions, there are very, very basic parameters like this. It's not based on chapters and all. What are the different permutation, combination and all is a chapter. You think so? That is complex because they make it complex in the books. You can teach permutation, combination to a 7th standard guy because we have programs in schools also. And you can get 10 out of 10 IIT JEE questions correct from most of those guys. It's just that what is permutation, combination? It's not those 10 formulae which we have memorized. Permutation, combination is basic numbers. That too very basic numbers. It's about distributing numbers across some variables. That is PNC. What I'm telling is anything after this can be solved by anyone. And that's a big difference, right? Anything after this can be solved by anyone without even reading the next line. That is why objective type exams, you need less preparation and a different kind of preparation and a better preparation. So I'll give you a sample question here. K and 2k square are the 2 roots of an equation. X square minus px plus q equal to 0. Now find q plus 4q square plus 6pq. Now this way you can't prepare, right? You cannot keep on solving questions like this, and because every question will have a different method when you are trying to solve it using variables. Options I am writing here, options I am writing p cube, q square, 2p cube, etc., etc. Now there is a prerequisite here. You should know what is P and what is Q, which I'm very sure all of you know this. If not now, all of you will learn this later before you take the exam. What is P? Because it's revision, nothing but revision. Even if you have not learned quadratic equations before, to reach this level you need only 15 minutes. But after the first 15 minutes you will go to a very, very high level which is not required for any of the exams. In a specific session on quadratic functions. I'm not doing that today. Right now I'm assuming that you know what is P and Q. But what is P? Sum of the roots, and Q is product of the roots. The moment you realize that, it's over. How is it over? You write 1 here and 2 here. So it's over. I can't write 1 and 1. That's a violation. Put K is equal to 1, 1 and 2. So even a question like this will be considered as a very, very difficult question or a time consuming one in your paper. This will come in the top 5 out of 30 in terms of level of difficulty, a question like this. But this is your easiest one. You'll surely solve it. The only thing is now you replace P by 3 and Q by 2. So the logic here is replace variables by numbers in as many questions as possible. As many as possible. Easy ones you don't need to. Easy ones you don't need to replace. So you will get substitute P3 and Q2. You will get 54 here. If you think it will take some time, if you are very slow in calculation, keep it for round 2. But it's still a short answer in round 2. And 54 among the options. P cube is not 54. This is the logic. It's very important. So this can never be the answer. You need to eliminate the wrong ones before confirming the right one. Q square is not 54. So this can never be the answer. The other last option which came in the exam was 0. That anyway is not the answer. And 2P cube, without verifying, you can mark it now. Because you need one answer option to be correct anyway. But if you verify, you will get 54. So 2P cube is 54. That's not the reason why this is the answer. Because the other options are not 54, you can say that this is the answer. There's still one assumption. What is the assumption? You are assuming that question is correct. If the question is wrong, then anyway, nothing will work. So, but still, you won't end up wasting time at all. You realize this very fast and you can move on. Now, what is the change required in terms of a preparation? That's very easy. I told you if you think you need any kind of preparation, it's not like what I'll do in the next 2 minutes. I'll tell you what you're not supposed to do because that's what you'll end up doing otherwise. Not after this session for sure. And I'll try doing it very fast because I don't want you to learn this. So, see, it should not be like this. You take a quadratic equation or an arithmetic progression or a permutation combination topics like that. And you can't start like this, like what we have done before. What we used to do is, before we used to do it like this, right? What is AP? AP is A plus D, A plus N minus 1, which is the nth term, sum to N by 2 into first term, N by N by 2, first term 2A plus N minus 1 to 3, consequent A below A minus D, A plus D for A minus D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus D. If you added all this, then we can find out D. Arithmetic is nothing but normal average. What is geometric progression? A, AR, AR square, AR, H2N minus 1, which is the nth term, sum to N A into R, H2N minus 1, R minus 1, A into 1 minus 1, V 1 minus R, based on R is less than or greater than 1, 3, consequent GP A by R, AR, full A by R, Q by R, AR, if you multiply R, we can find out R. Geometric mean is product and nth root. AP, GP, basic concepts are over. This is what we call basic concepts. Questions based on this, you'll call it direct questions. You'll anyway solve them, right? That's what you call fixed questions. Now, what are the flexible ones? The worst part is you can't stop with this preparation because you won't get very few questions will be direct, where there will be an arithmetic progression given and where they'll ask you to find, let's say, sum to 50 terms or sum to 100 terms. So you start your preparation like this and with properties. How many properties on arithmetic progression? Good books will give you 25 and not so good books will give you 15. The JEE preparation books, you'll have 20-25 properties on arithmetic progression alone. Even though it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those properties are good, provided you are understanding and learning, not memorizing. If you are doing it like this, starting with properties. I don't know how to sing, otherwise you can actually sing all these things. Some of the first P terms equal to some of the first Q terms and some of the first P plus Q terms equal to 0 in an AP. In an AP, if P term if it's Q and Q term if it's P, then T equal to 0 in an AP. M times the M term equal to N times the Nth term, then T, M equal to 0 in an AP. If first plus last, second plus second last, 2 times the middle term, they are all equal in GP. First last, second last, middle score. I can go on and on and on. This will never finish. Because your 25 questions can be based on 25 properties. But the fact is, when you are taking an objective exam, you don't need to even learn these properties. But you will be in a position to expect all the properties. You will be able to find out new properties, but you don't need to. Because the fact is that they are all flexible questions finally. Because when do we call it as a property? If I am telling that M times the M term is equal to N times the Nth term, then M plus Nth term is equal to 0. That means it will work in any, this is the key word. It has to work in any arithmetic progression. And if it is something which will work in any arithmetic progression while solving, you can take any arithmetic progression. Even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is why you should not learn. So this is what you should not do. If you have already memorized, You don't need, if you have a lot of memory space, please don't forget. You don't need to forget it and all, but you can stop using them. You can easily stop using them because all the property-based questions, you can use this word and solve. This is the only thing. If there is anything which I have taught you till now, I have just taught you how to use this word. In variables to numbers and numbers to variables, and even variables to variables, it's about that only. Right? Variables to variables, k and 2k square, you can take any number and solve. So that's again this word. You can easily learn, that's the best part. It's not because of practice, I don't practice at all. You can also easily learn how to use this is all logic, nothing but common sense. So, algebra is over. What I didn't discuss is 50% difficult part of algebra is over. Easy part of algebra is remaining for you to revise. That's why I told you that this is actually a scoring section. It's a boring section also, it's a scoring section. You might think that I'm making it sound very easy, but the fact is all topics are like this only. It's all about these 4 languages: numbers, words, diagrams and variables.